What's going on? How we doing, man? How are we doing? I see we got some people in here already. Big night, man. I was just watching some college football. I was just watching A&M in Missouri, watching A&M destroy Mizzou. Hopefully we don't have any Mizzou fans in here. But if you have not seen my full card breakdown video, check that out before the fight start, man. But I'm excited. I'm excited. Who we got in here, man? Yeah, we'll see. I think that the prelims are good. I think from top to bottom, it's a very, very good card. I think it's going to be interesting. The main event, I think we're going to get like a kickboxing fight pretty much. So I'm excited. What's up, Teron? How you doing, man? What's up, our RCN? What's up, man? You sprinkled a bit of money on Pineda submission at -2,000. That'd be crazy, man. Yeah, he's been training with Kayla Harrison, so his grappling's improved. What's up, Craze? How you doing, man? Appreciate you. I saw your I think I liked your tweets or whatever. I saw what you sent me with Guru, an MMA chick or whoever that is. I don't think MMA chick. That sounds like it's a dude. You think it's a dude running that account? What's up, Rocco? How you doing, man? Yeah, but I think I think that that's a dude running that account probably. But do you think it's more likely than not we get Pineda, Magomed if they both win their next fights? I think we get the fight. I think we get the fight. The only way the fight doesn't happen is if I'm trying to think. The only way the fight doesn't happen is if Poatan moves up to heavyweight. But I think that he's going to have to fight Magomed. I think he's going to have to fight Magomed, especially if it's a vicious KO. If it's a vicious KO or something, then there's no question. There's no question. But I think it happens next. I think it's good. I tweeted this out earlier, and I think I did the other day. I was like, it's the biggest light heavyweight fight since DC John Jones, in my opinion. Because it's got bad blood, it's got a little bit of everything. You got Roundtree by KO. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I have mixed thoughts because, like, I think it's like remember when I made my prediction video a couple months ago where I was like, or a couple weeks ago where I was like, look, Pineda's going to beat the brakes off Khalil pretty much, and I'm like, and then the UFC's the machine and the marketing, it's going to do their, they're going to do their thing where they make it seem like it's this, crazy close fight, and they play the Roundtree highlights, and you're like, dude, he's a beast, and he is, but I keep saying Dak Prescott, and people in the comments think it's funny or think it's annoying, but it's the point. The reason I say Dak Prescott, for those of you that aren't football fans, empty calorie stats and empty calorie wins. Like his wins, like who is he beaten, right? Who is he beaten? And everyone's like, oh, he's beating the hell out of these kickboxers. Name them. I don't know who they are, right? And I'm pretty well versed in MMA. I know he beat Dustin Jacoby. I thought Dustin Jacoby won the fight. Have you seen what Alex Pereira did to Dustin Jacoby? I think not once, but twice in Glory Kickboxing. Could you imagine what would happen if they fought in MMA? So, and he's very explosive early on. So is Poatan. And as the fight plays out, Khalil slows down, man. He slows down big time. Yeah, I think it's a guy too. Pineda versus Aspinall or even Carlos Ulberg being more likely. I don't know about Ulberg. I don't know. Dude, if Magomed Ankalaev gets a win and Ulberg gets a win and they give Ulberg a title shot over him, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. What's up, Colstrom? How you doing, man? You're going with Buckley to get the dub. I kind of feel the same way, man, but this is usually what happens. All right. If I pick against Wonder Boy, he wins. But if I pick I don't know. I curse Wonder Boy, I guess. So because I'm picking Buckley, Wonder Boy's gonna probably win. But if I would have picked Wonder Boy, then Buckley would have won. That's how it goes with the Wonder Boy fights. Whoever, as long as I don't pick Wonder Boy wins. That's how it's always been. So I picked against him quite a few times, and then other times I pick him, I get screwed up. Hey, I appreciate that, Frederick. Did you gifted somebody a membership? I don't even know how that works. How'd you do that? Is that cool? So who's someone's a member now? Mr. Toad, are you a member now? Is that what's going on here? Because he just gifted somebody a membership. Either way, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you and welcome. So the members only content will build as we get more members. I'll start doing some private live streams there, some like exclusive content. A lot of my stuff, as long as it's not time sensitive, you get first access to it. And so I'm open to ideas, whatever you members want to see, whatever. I that's why it's cheap, because I'm not sure really kind of what's going on with it. It all gets funded right back into the channel, so everything you guys do helps. But yeah, I moved, so that's why there's been no content this week. I've had a lot going on, so but yeah, I got to figure out the new backdrop. I got my poster somewhere, but I don't know if it's going to be in the background. We're gonna have to see, but still working on the background, so we'll see, man. Let's see. You do think people are overlooking Rakic a bit because he's been looking really good, then losing in fluky ways? That's a good point. I mean, I think the thing with Rakic is, my problem is, where he, for a guy that is as big as him, he's one of the biggest light heavyweights, has zero power in his hands. It's like he's the Paulo Costa of light heavyweight. He's the Paulo Costa. You look at him and you're like, dude, if he punches me, I'm getting knocked the hell out. And he punches you and you're like, uh, did he hit me that? Did he hit me as hard as he could? Like, I don't know how Rakic just doesn't have that power in his hands. He's got crazy kicks, but he loads up on him. He loads up on him. And I think Ankalaev is going to be able to get out of the way. I think he's going to be able to check him, and he's going to turn it into a boxing match. And say what you will about Ankalaev, I think he has some of the best, if not the best, pure, just straight hands boxing in the division. I really do. I think that he's that good when it comes to the striking, and everyone talks about the grappling of Ankalaev. The dude's a striker, man. He's ferocious on the feet. I think that he can utilize a similar game plan to Yuri, because Yuri had this success when he started to, like, close him down and back him up against the fence and just basically willed himself to victory. If he could do that and just turn it into like a boxing match and turn it into that phone booth type of fight, I think Ankalaev knocks him out. I'm going Ankalaev by probably like second round KO. But yeah, don't sleep on Rakic because he throws a bunch of leg kicks. Watch the fluke comments once Rountree beats Alex. I don't, dude. Rountree, he's not beating Khalil. Rountree beating Khalil. No, Rountree is not beating Poatan off a fluke. Like, when you're striking, right? To me, there's not really any flukes per se, right? I mean, at times maybe there's a nice setup. Like, people will say, like, "Oh, Gaethje knocked out Poirier." It's a fluke. It's not a fluke. It was a beautifully timed head kick. He threw the right hand. He slipped his head off, and then boom! Eventually, he caught the pattern, threw a head kick, and knocked him out. Like, that's not a fluke, right? Leon Edwards, feinting the hip and then throwing the kick, kind of like the way Gaethje did it. Not exactly a fluke, right? It's a good setup. But when there's no takedowns, dudes are just in there striking, I don't really believe in flukes. Other than the ref says fight right from the beginning, and Pereira, I don't know, slips and falls, and Rountree hits him with a knee in the face or something. Like, there really aren't fluke KOs, in my opinion. There's not too many of them. The only way I think Khalil can win is if when Pereira goes for a leg and Khalil blasts a straight hand and sleeps Pereira. Yeah, I mean, the straight left hand of Khalil, I think, would be his money shot. I think Buckley's going to win too, because I think that the way that you beat Wonder Boy is how you grapple him, you just wrestle him to death. Don't give him any room to operate, because who's Wonder Boy knocked out with one clean shot down the pipe? Nobody, right? So he's picking people apart. He's playing that in and out movement, that he's that puzzle on the outside. There's kicks coming from weird angles. But if you come in there and you're not like, okay, I'm going to hit and move and do this and be all strategic, and you kind of just like fight Wonder Boy, he tends to struggle. And I think that Buckley, I know he's not some like great grappler, but you saw what Gilbert Burns did to him. And I know Joaquin Buckley doesn't have the jiu-jitsu threat that Burns does, but don't you think that Buckley at least stands a pretty good shot if Gilbert Burns was able to, just beat Wonder Boy like that? I think he does. I think Buckley's dangerous on the feet, and he's found his rhythm at 170. You know what I mean? And the only thing that causes some concern for me is the fact that Holland smoked Buckley with that right hand, and then you're like, okay, but Wonder Boy beat the hell out of Holland. But again, I was at that fight. Kevin Holland was doing really, really well, and then he hurt Wonder Boy with that straight right hand and broke his hand. So if he doesn't break his hand, I'm not saying that Holland would have won, but that definitely was a factor in my opinion. Hey, Frederick, thank you for the donation, man. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. Pfeiffer greater than 205. Dude, maybe we see Joe Pfeiffer at 205 at some point. He's a big dude. I could see that at some point. I could see that. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'm all settled in now. That was this week was all the move. That's why there was no content, man. So I got my prediction video out, and then I was like, there's probably going to be no content for a little bit. So I'll have my recap tomorrow, and we're back on schedule. So, but yeah, Frederick handing out all sorts of memberships, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. So I've never seen somebody do that. I don't know what that is, man. Dana's saying Magomed needs to have a good performance to get a title shot as well. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. 100%. He just needs to get a win. I look like Wolverine as a preteen. I look like Teen Wolf. You haven't been living 7 years. I missed you. What's up, Cold Art? How you doing, man? I'm back, man. I thought about pulling a Lucas Tracy, just retiring. I'm just kidding. No, we were moving, packing. Those of you that have moved with the U-Haul and all that, it's time consuming. So I wanted to get my full card prediction video out, which did pretty good. So I was happy about that. But yeah, thanks, Frederick, for gifting people memberships. That's pretty cool, man. I'm not sure how that works, but that's cool. But yeah, we hit 3K, by the way. I forgot to put that in the title. We did the other day. We hit 3K while I was taking a little bit of a content break. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. All the support. What's up, RM? How you doing, man? You remember the last time we spoke about Alex weight cut on weigh-in, and he looked good. I don't think this time. He's getting big, man. That's why I'm saying, we were talking about everyone's like, oh, he's going to go back to 185 and fight DDP. I'm like, that fight is never happening unless it's at 205. Alex Pereira could not. I don't care. A lot of it's a marketing ploy, right? It's the Conor McGregor tactic. Everyone's talking about DDP 185. So Poaton's like, let me post something to get everyone talking. And it's exactly what it did. No way is he making 185 ever. He would have to cut his leg off or something. He's not making 185, dude. When you look at pictures of him training now, like he's filled out to light heavyweight, and I mentioned that at UFC 300 when he fought Jamal Hill, same thing. Like physically, he just looks big. Like he's not making 185, man. He looks like he's damn near ready for heavyweight. I think he could beat a lot of heavyweights right now. So, and that's without really like preparing per se to go up. So we'll see. I got to catch up on some of the UFC content from the week, though. I'm a little behind. So I'm going to do that after this. No, not 4K. We're not at 4K yet. We're at 3K. We're at 3K. You're low-key hyped for Pena versus Pennington. What's up, Klaus? And you know why that is? Because Juliana Pena. I was like, that's why I picked her. I'm like, I'm manifesting it. We need Pena to win to make WMMA more entertaining. Because she talks a big game. She's at least willing to try. So I respect it. What's up, Draco? You want Rountree to go to distance? If he does, it's going to be a classic fight. If this thing goes 5 rounds, you're looking at 5 rounds of footage of just pure striking, probably. So it's going to be fun to watch as long as it lasts. Because I don't think this goes 5 rounds, right? Someone's getting KO'd, in my opinion. MMA fans are stupid at times. I wrote in the MMA group on Facebook that Rountree was going to beat Alexis. Dude leaves a comment saying Rountree got knocked out by Walker. What is that supposed to mean? He did get knocked out by Johnny Walker. He's just basically saying like everyone's knocking out Johnny Walker and Johnny Walker KO'd Khalil. Like you're saying, and he's basically just like, so you think that Khalil's going to be able to beat Pereira, but he couldn't even beat Walker. That's all he's saying. But again, MMA math. But when you think about that for a second, that's kind of crazy. The fact that Walker beat up on Roundtree, you know. But yeah, welcome to we got some what tell me who Frederick gifted 4 memberships. So we have 4 new members. Thank you, Frederick, for doing that. And then thank you also for the super chat as well. I appreciate that. All that goes back into the channel. So I appreciate it. All right, let's see. I'm behind here. If Ankalaev tries to kickbox from the outside with Rakic, I could see him getting slightly outlanded and losing. Yeah, he'd probably get outpointed, baby. Probably outpointed. How do I think Ilya versus Max goes? I think Ilya is going to be the first person to finish Max Holloway. I think he's going to beat him up to the body, put water in the basement like Teddy Atlas says over on the boxing side. I think he's gonna beat up his body, bring the hands down, then go upstairs, and I think he's going to hurt him to the body. That's what I think. Or Holloway's just going to stick and move and outpoint him and pick him apart. Buckley might be able to knock him out because he does have the power on the feet. Yeah, and he's awkward. He's got that like Mike Tyson style, and his Wonder Boy's kind of like a lot of people get caught like snake charmed. You know what I mean? They kind of like when they fight Izzy, they're like watching. They're like, whoa, this dude, the way he's moving, it looks like he's kind of surfing in there. He's bouncing in and out. Did you see that kick, dude? Whoa. Like, and they get like mesmerized by like what Wonder Boy's doing in there. And they start kind of watching. They become like a fan of like what he's doing. Whereas Buckley, I don't think he's going to do that. I think that he's just going to go in there and be like, you know, fuck you, Wonder Boy. I'm just going to fight you. And I think that that's what you need to do in order to have a shot against Wonder Boy, in my opinion. Yeah, the Tyron Woodley game plan, 100%, 100%. I think Buckley could beat Holland in a rematch also. But again, Holland back up at 185. Holland breaking his hand was definitely the reason he became less aggressive. Yeah, that's exactly my thought too, Craze. Holland is athletic and talented, just super inconsistent. Reminds me of the late NFL player Vincent Jackson. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like Derek Lewis too. You just don't know which guy's going to show up. You just don't know which guy's going to show up. You don't own my channel, dog. Izzy mentioned Imavov's name in the last Joe Rogan interview. How do I think that fight goes? I don't know, man. That Izzy that showed up against DDP looked pretty good. I think it'd be a striking, a kickboxing fight, and I think Izzy's a better kicker, but Imavov has better hands. So that'd be a fun fight to watch. Sign me up. I'd love to see it. Lopez or Jean Silva? Diego Lopez? I think Diego Lopez wins. Alex ain't going back to 185, man. He's too big. Way too big. What's up, Entertain? How you doing, man? Pereira versus DDP wouldn't even be nearly as big as Pereira going for champ status. Yeah, triple champ. Yeah, him going up to heavyweight is the big thing to do, in my opinion, for sure. Let's see here. What's up, Lane? DDP coming up to light heavyweight versus Alex is a fight I'd like to see 100%, man. If they're going to do it, it's got to be at light heavyweight. Didn't Pennington beat a man in a fight once or something? I don't know, man. You're worried Khalil will beat Alex. Khalil has a high guard like Jan, and that made Alex ineffective. I wouldn't say so much. I think that his front leg isn't heavy planted, and it's gonna be harder for Alex to land the leg kicks. But the thing is, it's gonna be in Khalil's mind though, and I think Alex is gonna work the jab, or he's gonna work the jab to the body, the right hand down the middle, and then obviously the left hook. And again, being a southpaw, that left hook sneaks around the because if you guys have ever boxed or anything like that, the boxing coaches will tell you, or striking coaches in general should know this. If not, you got to find a new one. If you're orthodox southpaw, the sneaky shot, you almost kind of change your jab to the left hook because it's coming right over that shoulder. That's how a lot of Alex's left hook knockouts are against southpaws. If you watch when he KO'd that dude Powell and LFA, if you watch how he KO'd Hill, that left hook just sneaks right around the shoulder. No, she just kicked the guy in the nuts. What's up, Dev? How you doing, man? You think she kicked someone in the nuts and got charged for sexual assault? That's wild, man. You think Roundtree kind of getting styled on by Jacoby is also a bad look, in my opinion? Yeah, because Jacoby is like, he's a slick striker. Like, people shit on Dustin Jacoby like he's not good. Like, he's good. He's just he doesn't have the same power. He's a little bit more active in terms of like the volume and the output compared to like Poatan, but Poatan's like more devastating for sure. Roundtree might be a little bit faster. Again, the interesting thing, they're both middleweights. I don't know how much people talk about that, but they're both middleweights. So I don't think that we're going to see like some crazy skill gap or anything, in terms of like speed and stuff. I'm drinking electrolytes. Electrolytes. I was moving, man. I was moving. So I took a little bit of a hiatus for a few days. Yeah, he's going to stay at 205. I saw that. I saw him say that. What's up, Juice Man? How you doing? Yeah. The O'Malley loss. Yeah, I thought about retiring after. No, man. If Derek Lewis locked in earlier in his career, it'd be a monster. I agree. I agree. Yeah, I didn't see that. Why'd they move their card? Did they say why? Yeah, man, a stream is. Yeah, man. It's been a little bit, and that's the thing. If I don't make content every day, then people tend to tune in a little bit more. What's up, Mike Jack? What's up, man? What's up, K1? Alex, I don't think we'll be able to use the jab to the body because of how short Khalil is. See, that's a good point, but the thing is, Alex throws it no matter what, but he dips his head so far low. I wonder if Rountree's going to try to time it with a head kick or something. Maybe that might be if you're picking Khalil to win, you might try to throw a head kick there. I think Alex will KO Khalil like he did Thomas Powell pre-UFC. Could, yeah, I think so. Appreciate it, Lopez fan. Appreciate you, man. Pereira doesn't have great cardio, but unlike Roundtree, he doesn't waste any movement and stays low output, which will help him go 5 rounds at altitude. That's another thing, too. It's at altitude. We'll see. Yeah, he doesn't have great cardio either. And he doesn't have particularly good lateral movement. And he doesn't fight very well moving backwards. He kind of has to be moving forward. That's where he does a lot of his work. And he's pretty basic, actually, if you think about it. That she's just super effective. Calf kick, jab to the body, left hook. An occasional right hand. That's kind of really what he does, man, Whoa, Taz. Whoa, man. Yeah, he might be able to catch him with a head kick too, Craze. I agree. I agree. We'll see, man. We'll see. Did you guys see Ryan Garcia got pulled from that boxing game? I just saw that earlier that they removed Ryan Garcia, trying to blackball him from boxing, I guess. It is. It is. I've seen it. I looked at it and I'm like, I'm not gonna like that. I'm not gonna like that video game. The UFC game is cool, but it gets old to me super fast. That's why I stopped getting them. They just get old. By Darce. That'd be maybe. I don't know. After seeing a streak of all champs losing the belt, I worry for Alex. Yeah, it seems like it's a But if Poatan wins, man, the matchups are entertaining. Him going to heavyweight would be very entertaining. Him staying at light heavyweight and fighting Ankalaev. That's I want to see that fight. That's true, Toad. That's true. Pineda's great at managing his gas tank, and then yeah, that's true. That's true, especially if there's no grappling involved. He's good at managing the gas tank for sure. And Khalil, yeah, he just explodes and gasses out a lot. That's true. Kayla versus Ketlin over or under 2 minutes. I hope Kayla wins, man. I hope we get a finish in that fight. I got Kayla Harrison getting it done. I don't think the only person beating Kayla Harrison's is Scale. So that's my thought there. I don't even have Madden anymore, man. I didn't get this new Madden. I got NCAA 25. Mike Jack Juice Man in this chat is from out on the West Coast too, out in Cali. You never cared for the UFC video games. I always liked the Fight Night boxing games. I never even played the Fight Night boxing games. Pineda versus Ankalaev would be so cold. I agree too. I think it'd be a great matchup. Everyone's talking about. People are saying how boring it would be. I think it'd be a great fight. Why am I a mogger? I don't know, man. You got Ketlin beating Harrison. How? Alexis very long has the counter punching to keep his range. Yeah, I mean he does. He does. I agree. We'll see, man. It's going to be interesting. It's going to hopefully we get a kickboxing fight. Hopefully we get just a straight kickboxing fight. You were impressed with Alex using front kicks to the body last fight. Might implement it this fight. I think he will for sure because Roundtree is very square, very tie based. Bivol versus I can never pronounce that guy's last name next week. I know I like watching Bivol. He's a beast, man. No, Juice Man, Mike Jack's from there, dude. His profile pic right there here on YouTube. He's with that's him and Nate. You got Nate in your profile pic, and then he's with Nate in his profile pic. Lane, you sprinkled Ketlin by decision. Wouldn't surprise me. Alex will shoot a takedown for sure. He might, man. He might. Alex only loses to Johnny. Only loses to Johnny Walker when he does his title run. That'd be wild, man. Can you imagine, dude? Alex beats the brakes off everybody. Johnny Walker comes off like a 2-fight win streak to give him a title shot because they're out of contenders, and then he KOs Poatan. That's how it would. That's how it would go, man. Will we ever see Kayla versus Amanda? Probably not. I don't think we see Amanda come back, to be honest with you. I don't think so. Unless, like, maybe. And if Juliana Pena, right? So say Juliana Pena goes out there and decimates Raquel Pennington tonight, which I don't think that happens. I think she wins, but I don't think she decimates her. But say she does. Like, say Juliana Pena gets like some sort of crazy finish tonight. I could see her calling out Amanda and Amanda being like, I'm coming back. But if Kayla Harrison can get her hands on the belt and call her out, like I could see that happening too. Or Amanda comes back, beats Juliana, and then fights Kayla. I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch. I'm gonna have to look at the weigh-in. I'm gonna watch the ceremonial weigh-ins after I hop off here because I missed that, and I normally get to watch it, but been unpacking and stuff. Amanda said she wants to come back against Harrison. Yeah, we'll see. That'd be fun, man. That'd be fun. I mean, I think Pineda's gonna win, and I do think Aldo's going to win. People are overrating Khalil. Truth is, Khalil's a journeyman on a fraud 5-fight win streak, build up Apex undercards that shouldn't even have been ranked because he shouldn't have beaten Jacoby. Not a bad take, man. That's why I keep saying the Dak Prescott thing. Empty calories, empty stat wins. Like who's Roundtree beaten, man? Okay, so he finished Anthony and an old, like kind of washed Anthony Smith late in the third round, was getting picked apart by Dustin Jacoby. Landed some good shots early, but then got picked apart. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, normally for the pay-per-views, I started doing a press conference thing. So we'll start to do some stuff like that. When Kayla won her debut, Amanda was waiting by the TV, waiting for Kayla to call her out. Yeah, I think Aldo wins and Wonder Boy. I don't know. I think Buckley might be able to beat him. Roundtree beat Pineda in the grip strength test. Just grapple him. Yeah, I think like in terms of like the weights, Khalil Rountree's way stronger than Poatan, in my opinion. In terms of like straight power, I think Poatan it has the strength though. Yeah, I moved, man. So I got a new room now. I got a different room. Um, what's up, Derek? How much of a chance do you actually give Roundtree to win? I give him a 30% chance. 70% Peloton, 30%. 70% Peloton, 30% Khalil. What's up, Frankie? Frankie just dropped a new video that is really good. He's been doing some good like videos from some different channels in the community. We are the recent one we did. We talked about fights that we would show somebody to get him into the sport. He's got some good. He's got some good stuff, man. He's got some good stuff. What's up, Megan the Walk? He's got some good stuff going on too. Dana White Contender Series next week will be insane. Artem is on it. Artem. What Alex shoots. Buckley's going to straight wrestle Wonderboy for 15 minutes. He may. He may. Alex might shoot a takedown. I don't know. Just to prove a point, maybe. If he can get him tired, maybe. Yeah, Ankalaev is a I don't know. I think Ankalaev's a hard fight for Poatan because he's a good striker. Not because of the so much the grappling, but because he's got dangerous hands. Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get the poster up at some point. I'll get the poster up at some point. Who would win, Yuri and Hill or Khalil? What do you mean? I think Yuri could beat all of them. I think Jamal Hill might be able to KO uh, Yuri though, because Yuri's kind of reckless with his defense. I could see Yuri getting KO'd by anybody. I could see him KOing anybody, but then getting KO'd by anybody because his defense is not good. Oh, Artem Vahitov. Yeah. I'll be interested to see that. Yep, Artem Vahitov. I know you're talking about. I didn't know that that was this soon. What's up now, whatever? How do I see Delidze versus Holland playing out? If we get a focused Kevin Holland, I think he stunts on Delidze. He's way faster. He has good jujitsu. I don't think Holland would get decimated in the grappling. I could see Delidze coming out grapple heavy because if he just stands in front of Holland and I think Delidze is just going to spam a bunch of leg kicks, just gentle little tapping leg kicks to try to score some points. But I think Kevin Holland's going to beat him. I think Kevin Holland is, as long as it's a focused out in Kevin Holland, Holland beats him. Why don't people say, who did beat Khalil? Because that guy didn't actually beat anybody. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. It's like kind of a fraudulent run from Khalil. Yeah, he's on a 5-fight win streak, but who the hell's he beaten? That's what I've been saying. I've been saying that too. Dolidze by sub. If he's gonna win, I could see that happening, but I think Holland gets it done. It's hard to trust Holland, but I'm going with him. I know, dude. Dana White's contender series is too short, man. I wish that they. I mean, well, it's what is it like 10 weeks, isn't it? But it just goes boom, flies by. One of the best times of the year. We get, the fights on Dana White's contender series are sometimes better than the events, the actual UFC events, because people are actually fighting with a point to prove because they're all making the same money. It's just who wants it more. You think Holland has a tall mountain to climb? Maybe, maybe. Delije's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got good grappling. So if he's going to win, that's how he's going to do it. Before that fight randomly turned into Smith versus Dolidze, I remember everyone picking Hill coming off a brutal KO to school Rountree. Mm, I don't know that. Yeah, I think Hill could have done. How do you guys think Hill and Rountree would have played out? I don't know. I think Rountree's more technical, but Hill's got, he's got some serious power. 2 more weeks. That is crazy. That is crazy that's a plus 1,300 for by sub. If that's true, that's crazy. Holland 185-pound title run starting tonight. That'd be crazy, man. We'll see though. We'll see. Marab getting all the ladies in the skit. Yeah, Marab's cringe, man. His social media posts are cringe. I think. I think. Yeah, you got. Yeah, if you guys follow me on X, man, I've been trying to loosen up and lighten up on there a little bit. Yeah, Olben Elliott has the craziest head, dude, I've ever seen in my life. If you want my unfiltered thoughts, follow me on X, which is actually the second best platform, or which is, I'm not even going to say second best because they're different. YouTube and X are basically the only platforms I'm using right now because Meta and Facebook are being weird and stuff, censoring stuff. And I mean, I go on there still for like the UFC stuff to, for fight news or whatever, but X is fun, man. It's funny as shit. There's all sorts of stuff on there. Everybody's on there. You get Styles make fights, but off the Prochnio and Jacoby fights, which are after he went to Thailand, it's very clear there are massive levels between Pineda and Khalil. I agree. I agree. I appreciate it making the walk. I appreciate it, man. I say some wild but yet accurate stuff. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I like to, MMA and kind of just whatever. It's fun on there. It's fun on there, man. It's to have a good time. Dude's head is built like a mason jar. Dude, his head is crazy. It looked like at first I thought it was photoshopped. I thought that like, people will like make those memes and they'll like, blow like Alexa's head up and then make his eyes real small just to like be funny. I thought that that's what they did, and then I looked up the I looked up the UFC's picture of Elliott, and I was like, dude, his head. What the hell happened to his head, man? Could you? I'd be afraid to fight Oben Elliott because, especially in like a street fight or something, or even in the octagon, because if you lean in and he headbutts you, you're getting KO'd with a dome like that. Dude, have you seen his head? That is crazy. It looks photoshopped. It absolutely looks photoshopped. His bro's head's built like a shopping cart. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But wait a minute, Frederick, did you get a bunch of people memberships, but you're not a member? That's crazy, man. This guy Frederick, man. Frederick is a you're just a community guy, man, You're good to the people. Putting the people before yourself. It's obvious Alexa's better fighter than Khalil, but you always have to give some chance to a power puncher. Yeah, or a guy that's just, I mean, Khalil's not a scrub or not on the feet. Like, he's a good striker. There's no question. All I'm saying is this ain't Eric Anders. Send your boy standing in there who's just, that Eric Anders nickname, your boy. That's why I said that. He's not just going to stand in front of you and kind of throw some shots here and there, a little basic on the feet. Like, Peloton's going to move. He's going to set things up. He's going to check leg kicks. He's going to change levels in terms of where the targets are landing. So it's a hard fight, man, for Roundtree, So what's up, Terzi? How you doing, man? Teron, you got X? I didn't know you did, man. What's your handle? I'll follow you. You're done with the light heavyweight division if Khalil wins. That'll be crazy, man. Yeah, I convinced Mike Jack to get. I wonder if he's still on here. I convinced him to get on X, and I think that he's happy he made that choice. Do I watch postseason baseball or any other sports? So I watch football heavy. I was just watching college football. I was watching A&M beat the hell out of Mizzou before this. I saw Michigan. I saw some highlights of Michigan State getting stomped by Oregon last night, and then tomorrow we got some NFL. So, and then the fights tonight. But yeah, I watch college football, some NFL here and there. Playoffs for baseball, sort of. Not really. Mainly fighting stuff. Oben getting chrome domed to death. I think I said that somewhere. I said that if Oben Elliott like headbutted you, it'd be like a Francis KO uppercut on Overeem. That's how you get KO'd by that head. Kopylov versus Chris Curtis is booked. I think Kopylov beats the hell out of Chris Curtis. I was hoping that they were going to feed Chris Curtis to Joe Pyfer is what I was hoping, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that. Almeida versus Sergey Spivak is booked. That's actually an interesting fight because Almeida is very good with the grappling and the submissions, and then Spivak is the same way. But I think Almeida beats him. Yeah, his head's bulletproof. X is a blast. Yes, it is, man. It is. The light heavyweight division is not real. Yeah, it's always been kind of a shit show. It's been weird for a while. Weary Traveler, thank you for the $2, man. Your heart says Khalil, but your brain says Alex. Yeah. I mean, if you're a Khalil fan and your heart's with him, like I mean, I get it, but yeah, the brain technologically, when you look at the fight on paper, man, the great Anthony Smith has said, on paper, Alex should win the fight. And I love how Conor. Did you guys see what McGregor said? He gave like this big long like this fight, it's fantastic, and it's this and it's that. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Poatan. Like McGregor was acting like no one had any clue that Poatan was going to be some favorite to win this fight. I don't know, man. I'm just sick of Conor, to be honest with you. I think we all are, right? I wouldn't have a problem if he was like, I'm retired, man. I'm retired. I'm not fighting anymore. I wouldn't have a problem. I'm pulling you up on here, Tehran, real quick, so I could follow you real quick. Man, you got a bunch of numbers, dude. It's not showing you, though. I typed that in. I don't see you, man. I don't see you. I'll put mine on here, though. I'll put mine on here in just a second. Khalil pushing Alexa's knees in would probably be a no contest since Alexa's a star and Modesta's isn't. Yeah, dude, I hate that. That knee stomping technique. I absolutely hate that. That should be banned from MMA. And that is not, I don't think that that's a bad take at all. Like to be like, oh, that's ridiculous. No, save that for, combatives, for a street fight, self-defense, whatever. That is not meant to be used in competition. Not only does that basically destroy like the fight's going to stop. You're going to blow someone's knee out. Now you didn't even technically win the fight, right? Because you blew their knee out, right? So, well, I guess, you could say that they did, but now that dude's going to have to rehab for what? He's going to have to get ACL surgery. You're going to blow his whole knee apart. He's going to have to get all his surgery, come back. Not a sportsman-like thing to do. And at the end of the day, it's still a sport. So, oh, wait, I didn't want to type in. Conor is picking Max to beat to pick Taporia apart. Yeah, because he didn't like Taporia. That's why. On paper, Alex Smith is getting the next title shot. Yeah. Yes. Let me put my thing on here. This is my Twitter or whatever. But and Mike Jack and I, we got Chris Weidman on there. We got Chris Weidman laughing at us. I think I forget what happened, but Mike Jack was like, it was. Did you guys hear what he said? What Chris Weidman said? He was like, dude, about his like first time, like his first date or whatever with with who his wife is now. It was weird. He's like basically like he took a shit in a trash can, threw it away, whatever. And everyone was like, and Mike Jack's like, why would you say that or share that? And added Chris Weidman. And then I just said, New Yorkers, man, must be different or something. And Weidman thought it was funny. See, that's the sense of humor we like, you know? That's the sense of humor we like. Yeah, if Khalil tries you oblique kick, Alexis gonna get his leg out of the way and be like, pause. He's gonna stick the hand out again and then land a left hook. You need to make 1 million by tomorrow, and you got $5. What parlay will 100% make me that? I don't know, man. I'm not into all the betting stuff. I'm not the guy to ask for that. What's up, Silva? You're mean. Being punched in the head should not be a sport by the same logic. I mean, I get it. I just think that's a dirty move. A dirty move to stomp someone's knee back. I don't know. Do I think the Tatsuro Taira win was a fluke? No. What's up, Douglas, by the way? No, I don't think so. Where did Connor say he was picking Pereira? He said he was giving him the edge. He put up some long post on social media about it. Does anyone realize that this is the first card where fighters could use 12 to 6 elbows? I didn't think that was until November. You might be wrong there. Or maybe you are right. I thought that was in November. Your food is good. What are you eating, man? What's up, Nate? How you doing? Walk into the liquor store in the hoods of Compton. I'm talking you with me, JG. If we get shot, it's not. So you're saying you're putting me on the hook, man, for if something happens to you? Will Alexa's next fight be at 205 with a win tonight? Oh, Juice Man? How you doing out there in Cali, man? With Newsom as governor, huh? What do you think? What do you think? I want to know what your thoughts are of Gavin Newsom in this chat. If any of you are from Cali, let me know what you think. Will Alexa's next fight be at 205 with a win tonight? Yeah, I think he'll defend against Ankalaev next. That's a massive fight. It's a massive fight. We don't like him, Newsom. Yeah. I figured, man. I have not heard one person from California say that they like that guy. And California, like, I haven't been, but it seems like a great state. Like, it has all the makings of being a great state. He's just a shitty governor. You were just asking because of the knee stomp, didn't really win the fight. Remark grapevines are dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get how people could I see how people could argue. Just to me, seeing what that does to someone's knee, which I get it. You could check a kick and a leg break. Like, I get the arguments. I just think that that's a very like, that's just kind of like people are in their fight stance and you jump forward and stomp down on someone. I don't know, man. Because it's still a sport at the end of the day, right? And you want guys to be able to go home, train, come back in there, compete. Like, you know, me versus another MMA YouTuber in boxing. I've said I'm open to it. I've said I'm open to it. But that's the thing. I put out a tweet earlier, and I know some of you saw it, but I'm tired of these. We got people in this chat that were in here. We got walking. We got crossover. There's Frankie. There's a bunch of people out here. 138 MMA. I hate bringing in names because then I always leave somebody out. But there's some channels out there. I follow them on X, so just look at who I'm following or who I like and interact with their stuff. They got they do a good job, man. They're actually like bringing knowledge to the sport and bringing positivity. Everyone keeps supporting like the people that are bringing in all this negative energy and go attacking fighters personally. Like I'm of the mindset of, well, one, I would, I just would record it. But if like I said something about a fighter and he's like, hey man, I didn't like that, which I don't cross the line, so I wouldn't have that problem. But if I did, at least have the balls to back it up. These guys like just sit behind, they're just like little trolls, and it's just disrespectful, taking shots at. Did you see what they were saying about Chris Duncan? Making fun of Chris Duncan's family member who passed, and that is way across the line, man. That's way too far, in my opinion. You had family in Cali and they left, dude. I've heard so many people that were in Cali and they all moved to Texas, but yeah, they've a lot of them have left. JJK9, you're trolling. You're trolling, man. I was gonna say, if you know who he is, you can't like him. Yeah, the no voter ID and importing illegal voters. Yeah, he's a he's no good, man. He's no good. They're gonna skip over the Russian kid if Alex beats Roundtree. No, they're not. Ankalaev's getting as long as Ankalaev wins and it's and if he KOs Rakic, the fight's happening. Let's just say that fight will be next. You think doing an oblique kick is as bad as poking someone in the eyes? I agree. I agree. In some cases, I mean, well, your vision you got to have, but you're blowing someone's knee out, and now they got to get all kinds of surgery. They got to rehab. They got to get, and so that's basically a year off of them of training period because you're gonna have to get the surgery. You're gonna have to rehab, and then you're gonna come back into it, and you have like a completely reconstructed knee, and it's just like I don't know, man. It's not just not necessary. Compton and Long Beach don't mess with Newsom. Yeah, I don't doubt that, man. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. California is a great state for business, but we got a lot of stuff to work on. One of the biggest things is housing and the drug usage in places such as San Francisco and Northern California. Word. Yeah, it seems like I haven't been. I'd want to visit at some point. I should box bedtime MMA. I would, or fight him or whatever. Yeah, I'd do it. Box him. I'd do a boxing match with one of these guys. They're gonna pay us money to do it. Well, yeah, why not? Most of those dudes don't even know what the hell they're doing. They just sit behind the screen and say a bunch of mean things and attack fighters personally for views. I'd do it. You're moving to Austin in December. That is so funny. Dude. I swear, everyone I talk to are like, "Well, I used to live in Cali, but I moved to Texas." They're all moving to Texas. Austin, like I think, didn't Rogan kind of start the train for that? Like Joe Rogan did that, and then um, a couple. There's quite a few people that have done that. Yeah, a lot of fighters don't use the oblique kicks because it's just dirty. It's just a dirty move, in my opinion. Yeah. Least likely outcome for the main event, Khalil by sub. All these slippery politicians were at Diddy's party. Yeah. I know, man. That shit's crazy with P. Diddy. Dude, so wait, so you're saying that you think the UFC has kind of like set this up to where if Ankalaev wins, it's like right in time for like Ramadan, so they're gonna have like an excuse to skip Ankalaev. Is that what you're saying? What's up, they loves way. What's up, man? Yeah, there's YouTubers out there, man. Particularly side with certain aspects of the community just to gain viewership for their own gain. There's guys that do that, and I've spotted that BS a mile away from here. You know, I'm not out there telling everybody my business, but like I try to be fair to everybody. Because I see it as the fight game. Fighters are fighters. Even if I'm like I picked this fighter to win and I think they're going to win and I'm wrong. I'm like, well, the other guy won and credit to him. This is what he did. Everybody else is like, who who can I side with to gain viewership and make money for myself? That's what people are doing, man. You know, taking advantages of fan bases, playing with emotions, because I guess that sells. Khalil, Aldo, Wonderboy, and Holland all win. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. You're moving there because your pops lives there from Chicago, living in Georgia for a bit. That's sweet, man. The guy that said that Chris Duncan has done very weird stuff. Yeah, who said that? I saw the clip. I didn't know who that guy was. Um, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Joe Rogan's from Cali. I'm trying to get through some of these. I'm a little behind. Yeah, for that YouTube check. Yes, I was. I'm not gonna go the route that other people have chosen. Yeah, I saw something about Guru and Nina Drama. I didn't. I saw the tweet, and then I think it was Craze was like, "Hey man, you got to," or somebody, or Jose um, Hernandez, or somebody messaged me and was like, "You got to see the on YouTube," and I'm like, "It went to YouTube." So I haven't seen it. I don't care that much, man. Like I'll look at it just to see because everybody's going to be talking about it, but I'm not into that whole kind of thing. What kind of electrolytes? It was body armor, I think. We shop the deals for the electrolytes. So we'll do like liquid IV if they got a deal. We'll do the Powerade or not Powerade, body armor. They loves the way. Yeah, man. It was you. I didn't know what your YouTube handle was, man. But yeah, shout out to you, man. I couldn't remember. I knew it was somebody, man. It was somebody. One of you guys. Islam versus Armin would be great. Alex will land the left hook because Khalil has tendencies to lunge in with that right straight reckless against Alex. You can't do that. 100%. I agree with you. I think that's how he's going to win the fight. I agree. I see it. I see it the same way. What's up, Eduardo? My go-to UFC meal or snack? It depends. I don't even know what I'm eating. I don't even know what I'm eating tonight. I don't even know, man. Normally, um, it's like pizza or not pizza. Wings, fries, wings and fries normally, something like that. You're getting Chinese? That sounds pretty good. That sounds good, man. Yeah, wings and fries is like, I don't know. I kind of like do like I'll do the different sauces and stuff and or not sauces, like the different flavors, and then get like a thing of fries on the side. That's pretty good, man. But Chinese that's not bad. That's a pretty because it's pretty filling. The only issue I have with the Chinese food is it makes me feel kind of like shit because of the all the salt or sodium and everything. Man, we got 51 people in here. This is good stuff. That's a lot of people. And I doubt everybody in here subscribes. So make sure if you're tuning in and you're taking the time, one, I appreciate it. Two, if you could sub to the channel and help me out, I would appreciate it. You would love to see Wonderboy win, but Buckley can chain wrestle. Yeah, we saw that against Nursultan Ruziboev as well. We're 20 days away from the card of the year. Don't jinx it, man. It's already started to. The minute all those fights got booked, we're all like, what fight is going to fall apart? And it was Volkov versus Gon. And I'm like, damn, man, I was looking forward to that. Obviously, there's other fights that I'm like, I'm really glad are still on. And it's like, if that one had to go and keep the other ones on, fine. But I was looking forward to seeing the rematch, man. I feel like we haven't seen Gon in forever. I sound like Theo Vaughn. I don't know if that's a good thing or not that I sound like Theo Vaughn. You DoorDash or misconception, to be honest. I think your favorite fighter gets KO'd by Piper. I mean, Joe Piper's a dangerous dude to everybody, man. So I can't, yeah. I saw that message down there, man. I saw that message. You want me to do a Cheweewees? I'll do it in a minute. I like that. Did you see Poeta do it? Cheweewee. That's funny. I wanted to get that jersey that he was selling. Rosas Jr. How much do you think that jersey is that the dude is selling? I'm sorry, I'm not paying that, man. I like to support the fighters and buy like their apparel from time to time. No way, man. No way. If Theo Vaughn graduated high school, I look hungry. Am I good? I'm good, man. I'm good. Try what? What am I trying? Alex Pereira is the Bay Butcher. Piper launches Whitaker out of the cage. Yeah, probably. Probably, yeah, with that power. Oh, I forgot about it. The guess. Yeah, I said how much you think. It was like 100 and some bucks. It was like 100. I think it was like 130 bucks, man. I wanted that jersey. It was the white one with like it almost looked like a kind of like a Chicago Bulls away jersey. And then it said chee wee wee across the back or whatever. I was like, I want that, dude. And then I was looking at it and then it was too expensive. I remember we had this one guy, man, this one time, man, I talked to Dustin this morning, Dustin Poirier, my friend DP, and we did some drugs and yeah, man, it was really cool. That's my Theo Vaughn. I've never done a Theo Vaughn impression, but is that what you were looking for? Theo Vaughn is funny, man. I like how like his thoughts, it's like his thoughts are like arguing with who's going to talk first. Like he'll do half the thought and then the other half comes up and then it's like all the thoughts are just like crossing over each other. So it was good. All right. Well, now I guess I could do a Theo Vaughn. I don't know. I've never done it before. I just tried. I was watching a podcast from him earlier. Not earlier, but I think like 2 weeks ago or something. I was watching Theo Vaughn. Yeah, I was over there, bro, and that shit got me. I like when he tells stories. He'll be talking with he was like doing like professional interviews with like politicians or like big name people. Yeah, the one with Trump, I think it was. And Trump's like over there being all serious. He's like, "We got a failing nation. We got a nation in decline. It's failing. It's miserable. It's this. It's that." And he's like being all serious. And Theo Vaughn's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, we got these like illegals in here, but uh, yeah, I did a line off off the back of a toilet seat one time." Like Theo Vaughn is like talking to Trump like he's talking to like a junkie on the side of the road. I'm like, never change, Theo Vaughn. Never change, man. He is crazy, dude. And Trump was just kind of like sitting there like, yeah, dude. Yeah. That was crazy. That was crazy. Alexa's arguably the star of the UFC right now. He 100% is. He's one of the biggest names in the organization. Pena versus Pennington. I got Pena winning. What's up, Isaiah? By the way, I got him. I got him winning. I put him to sleep with no melatonin. I think he could, man. I think Piper could beat him. Beat him too. Theo was talking to him about doing cocaine. Yeah, wasn't he? Wasn't he talking about? He was talking about something. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you're members, I think I added in a new emoji because we have once I get so many members, the more it builds. I got to add more emojis. So actually, because thanks to Frederick, he granted some people memberships. We may have enough to where I can launch a few more. I got some funny ones, man. I got some funny emojis because there's a few in there now that are like more like just kind of cool. There's a few fun ones I think, but I got some funny ones I want to add in. But I have to have so many members to keep adding emojis. Thoughts on Usman and DJ delusionally picking Khalil Rountree? I didn't see them pick him. Did they pick him? Well, I think that Usman always picks against Pereira because he's like because Pereira and Izzy like kind of have this like issue, but now it sounds like they're kind of burying the issue, but Usman still feels like he has to be like, I don't like Alex. I don't know, I think Usman's jealous, maybe. I don't know, but DJ picking Roundtree? Well, DJ is also biased to Muay Thai. He's also been doing one championship, and he likes Muay Thai and stuff, so I'm not surprised. Thoughts on Ludovic Klein's performance in Paris? I was kind of shocked, but a credit to Roosevelt Roberts. That was more along what Roberts was doing than what Klein didn't do, and I thought that was a good test for Ludovic Klein because we got to see him tested. Yeah, that's a good point, Jack. Gotti. That's a good point because whoever DJ interviews, he usually picks. How fast do I think Shama fans disappear when he loses to Ankalaev or maybe Khalil? I don't know. See, that's the thing that agitates me, man. Like, I'm happy for Peloton that he's blown up to be the star. But when I used to watch the guy, I was following him on Instagram. He had like maybe 300,000 followers, maybe. And like, that's when I was following him in kickboxing. So it was like he was just kind of a dude. And it was like, cool. Cause it's like, I'm going to watch him fight. And now I watch Peloton fight and like, yeah, I'm still excited that, like I used to be, but it's a little different now because all these bandwagons which is nothing wrong with that helps blow him up, helps him make a bunch of money and get famous and all that kind of stuff. But it then kind of these annoying fans, they act like they're these hardcore Peloton fans. It's like, dude, you're new, which is fine, but don't like act like, like don't ruin it for the people that have watched the guy for a while, The membership is $2.99 a month. $2.99 a month. I know a lot of people are out here charging $5-6, so I'm not trying to, take everybody's money, man. I don't want it to be expensive. I want everybody to be able to afford it. $2.99 a month. And that is for there's some exclusive videos that are only to there. Eventually, once we have enough people, we'll be doing some live streams, early access to my videos that aren't time sensitive. And then I'll give my social media outlets to you all. Some of you that have been following for a while, you already have my social media, but I realize I'm like, unless you can find me, I just don't really want to, I don't know, trying to make it more, I don't know, more fun that way. What's up, Classy Fist? How you doing, man? Thanks for hopping on here and always supporting. I appreciate it. Izzy was a decent champ. A little boring at times, but still decent. Cater's on a 3-fight losing streak. Really? I didn't know it was 3 fights. What's up, Classy? Welcome to the JG Army. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm excited to see how many members we have now. I'm excited to see. So we got a couple super chats in here. Frederick handing out memberships like candy. This has been a good stream, man. I got a lot going on. So this has been positive. I appreciate it. I appreciate this. Seriously. What's up, Tony? How's the Tony Montana impression going? I'm going to be honest. I haven't done it since the last time I tried it on the stream. I have not done it since the last time I've done it on the stream. I've worked on the Sly Stallone impression, so I don't know. Maybe that could be a replacement. And apparently I could do a Theo Von. We found that out on the stream. And my hair is I almost got the Theo Von hair going on. Is that why someone said the Theo Von? And it's not that bad. I hope not. Because if I shave the sides like real short, then it would look like that. But I'm not going to do that. It's about to be 3 years next month since Alex joined the UFC. Time's flown, man. Vandy just scored on their first drive against Alabama. Who's at QB for Vandy right now? Is it that number 17? That dude, he's athletic, man. I like watching him. But I don't think he's the starter though. Is it Nate Johnson? I don't think he's the starter. I forget who they have in. I don't have the game on right now. I'm just doing this. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. We got, what time's the first fight? 6:30, I think, right? So I wanted to do this with plenty of time to be on here for a little while with everybody, and then also have time to get some food and do some other stuff first. So what's up, Peter? Imagine Khalil won, and after his call out, we will have Roundtree versus Goofy Walker. Didn't Johnny Walker say he's going up to heavyweight though? I told him to call out Who is it? We saw some heavyweight. I'll have to go back and look at what I tweeted, but there was a dude who fought, what is it, Martin Budai. Martin Budai. I was like, call him out. That's like a guaranteed win for Johnny Walker. You bet that Dana will announce Bilal versus Shavkat for 311 at the post-fight presser tonight? Maybe. Yeah, with a piece of paper. He'll go like this. He's got a piece of paper. Huh. This is strange. UFC 311, Bilal Muhammad, Shavkat Rakhmonov. There you go. Who's got the first question? With that little smile that he does where he looks like a baby. He doesn't show any teeth. He shows all gum when Dana's like, looks like a turtle or something. That Dana White face when he sits there and smiles, bro. His smile is. I like Dana. I do like Dana a lot. I'm just saying. I like his smile's funny. His smile's a little goofy, man. I like Dana White a lot. And people love to take shots at Dana White. And is everything perfect? No. But Dana, what I respect, no BS, and he's loyal. Everyone that has helped Dana get to where he is, everyone that's like supported Dana, Dana shows that support right back. Like I respect people like that. I really like Dana White a lot. That'd be a bucket list to meet Dana. I like Dana, man. 310. Yeah, that would be 310. Yeah, that that smiles the stuff of nightmares. Yeah. Uncle Fester. Yeah, yes. You like how Dana just casually announces banger fights after pay-per-views? Yeah, he gets up there, he's like, yeah, the return of Conor McGregor, gate 20 million. He's fighting Dustin Poirier in the quadrilogy. Who's got the first question? And everyone's like, what, dude? Like you know? Bilal 50-40, 5 Shavkat. I think that Shavkat might be able to take a round off of him, but I think Bilal wins at least 4 out of the 5. Shavkat might take a round, but yeah, I think Bilal beats him too. I think the UFC should do more to promote events like doing face-to-face interviews. That would be amazing. Like what boxing does, how they do the sit down, like how Ariel Helwani or some of the others, they'll do the sit down and they got the main event, the two guys across from each other or other important fights on the card. That would be great. They should do that. And it doesn't have to be 20 minutes. It could be like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, and that would be just fine. And I think people would like that. No question. People will switch up on Shavkat real fast after he loses to Bilal. I agree. Dude, Frederick, I agree with that. Dana started the slap league so that when you Google Dana White slap, you don't see him slapping his wife. That's harsh, man. That's harsh. But again, isn't he getting into boxing now too? I think he's getting into boxing a little bit as well. I think he's getting into boxing. Bilal and Islam have the best fight IQ in the game, in my opinion. I bet they'll make a great game plan for Shavkat. 100%. They're perfect. They're great. It's that team Habib, man. They know how to game plan, man. They know how to game plan. And when you're that well-rounded, it makes it that much easier. Aspinall versus Gone. Who wins? Aspinall. Who do I think? What do I think about Khalil saying he ain't going to be wrestling? Super dumb, in my opinion. Well, he's a striker. He's a through and through Muay Thai style striker. He's not a grappler. He could try, but the issue is if he's not successful with it, which I don't think he will. He's not a dominant grappler. Poatan's grapplings came a long way, and I don't think that Khalil would have a lot of success. And then he gets tired, and so him doing something out of character and grappling like that, he'd gas himself out, and then he'd really be in trouble. You don't understand Hamzat hate. Dude has fought a good fighter like some legit competition, but endlessly glazed Shavkat who hasn't. I never understood. I'm a big Hamzat fan. I'm open about that. I'm a big Hamzat fan. It's easy to hate on Hamzat. It's easy to hate on Ankalaev and some certain fighters like that. People are just like always like talking shit on. Like I like those fighters a lot. So. If Nina looked like Guru, she wouldn't have a career in journalism. I don't know. Yeah, I like Hamzat as well, man. I do like Hamzat. Maybe Alex could sub him. That'd be crazy, though. That'd be crazy. The Aldo fight, I think Aldo can win. I think he's going to win. I think he'll win. I don't think that Mario Bautista's grappling is good enough to take Aldo down and hold him. What's he going to do? Hold him up against the fence? His like clinch work up against the fence, I don't think is outstanding. And I think on the feet, Jose Aldo is way better than he is, in my opinion. That's how I see it. Everybody is, according to you guys, what? When Hamzat versus Whitaker starts, my heart will be racing. Me too. And the main event, dude. And the main event. I'm going to be Holloway versus Taporia is my like John Jones to Dana White. Everyone starts talking about stuff, and I'm like, dude, but have you heard about Taporia versus Holloway at 308? Yeah, I think Aldo wins as well. Alberg versus Volkan is going to be a banger. That is a good fight. I like that fight. I think Alberg's going to be too fast for him, though. I think Alberg's going to snipe at him and knock him out. I think Volkan's really good, though. Volkan Oezdemir is very underrated and very underappreciated at light heavyweight right now. I think he gets KO'd, though, unfortunately. I think he gets KO'd. I think Alberg's a little too fast. Diego Luque, what's up, man? You being Spanish, your heart is going to be crazy in the Ilya fight. Yeah, I'm going to be nervous, man. I'm going to be nervous. In your opinion, you think Khalil should fake a takedown attempt and put Alex on the fence to confuse him? Yeah, just to get his mind thinking. I see what you're saying. Volkan does have good hands. He's got good power, man. What do I think about Hubbard and Hernandez? Um, Hernandez is really unreliable. I feel like he hasn't been the same since the Cerrone fight, and I think Hubbard's a little more reliable. That's why I picked Austin Hubbard to win. Yeah, UFC 308 stacked from top to bottom. The prelims are really good too. The prelims are excellent. Volkan is going to KO Alberg, in your opinion? I could see it. If he's going to win, that's how he's going to have to do it because I don't think he outpoints Alberg. And the longer I think if he's going to win, it's going to have to be an early KO, in my opinion. Yeah, Volkan can close him down. That's the problem because Olberg's got some nasty calf kicks and he's fast and he's got power in his hands. So I don't know. Olberg's a hard fight, man. Khalil's best chance of winning is in the clinch. Yeah, doing some damage in close. I agree. Yeah, Pena, I don't know, man. She seems a little arrogant. Well, not a little. She's definitely arrogant, but yeah, that might be a mistake. That altitude. Oh, I don't need to come out there. That's 5-round title fight. She's been out for what, 2 years, and she's going to come back into that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I see you, Tehran, on here. I just followed you back, man. I see you on here. I just followed you back on X. I see you on there, man. Hernandez took the majority of his losses at 145. Now he's back up to 155, where he should be fighting. Is making me concerned about the Hubbard pick. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but I don't know. I still don't trust until Hernandez shows us something different. I don't trust him. When Alex fights Ankalaev, he will now be able to use the new grounded opponent rule. That might be beneficial. That might be beneficial. Yeah, I was hoping that we were going to get Taporia's brother on 308 also. In due time, though. In due time. Yeah, is that true though? Is that true? If where is Pena? Where does she live? Let me see, because that would be a huge mistake, man. Because even like fighters, they do that altitude tent or whatever if they're not used to the altitude, and that still doesn't. Um, I'm looking it up. I want to know where she's from. She lives in Little Rock, Arkansas, is what it says. Oh no, wait, that's Luis Pena, not not Juliana Pena. I don't know. I don't know where she lives. I don't know. I can't see it, but I don't think it's probably someone with altitude. It's definitely not Colorado or Utah, right? So that might backfire big time. And then that'll be her excuse if she loses. Well, I didn't train in the altitude, and it's like, well, why didn't you? She lives in Chicago. Yeah, dude. Like that. I think that's going to be a mistake. I think that's going to be a mistake. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping Pena can win because I think it'd be more entertaining for the sport. But I mean, Pennington, I think, might light her up on the feet. Do I have a Don? What do you mean? A son? No, 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 man, no. When they walk to the cage, Raquel will have the strap, and when they leave the cage, I hope she still has the strap on. We'll see. I think Pennington can get it done for sure. She trains with Bilal, does she really? I didn't know that. I mean, I picked Pena to win, and everyone that's training with Bilal has been winning recently. Bahamondes looked like a new fighter out there, so I don't know. Couple more, man, before I roll off, so I can get some food and stuff before these fights start in a little while. Yeah, I know that that TKO win from Esparza over Xiaonan is crazy. Yeah, Bilal is a little overrated for sure. People were mad at him for being boring. Now he's the champ and trying to be entertaining, and people don't like him for that. So it's like no matter what he does, people don't like him. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, and he's trying to promote himself. But a couple more, man, before I roll here. Goat Law imparting that wisdom. Not the goat yet, man. Not the goat yet. If he could, he's 36, so the time is now. If he could string together a couple, you know, get some big title defenses against some of the bigger names in the division, I'll knock out Usman at some point, knock him off, add that name to the resume, beat a couple of these contenders, man. I think he puts himself in a conversation. Bilal dominated. Leon was impressive to me, like he dunked him on his head. I know that was crazy, man. Later, craze, man. But I appreciate everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Frederick, thanks for the memberships. Everyone else that signed up in this for as a member, I appreciate it. Thank you all for the super chats as well. See you guys next time. And I got a recap video that I'll drop tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. See you guys next time.